children. Now let us continue with the line-wise paraphrasing of Act 3, Scene 2 from line number 110. Portia's speech. How the other passions fleet to air. Passions means all other feelings and emotions. So how all other emotions, they are vanishing into the air. As doubtful thoughts. Which emotions are disappearing into the air? As the thoughts of doubt, and rash embraced despair, and rashly conceived sense of hopelessness, and shuddering fear, and the fear that makes a person shiver, and green-eyed jealousy. Now jealousy is symbolized by the color green. Here jealousy is personified here to be a monster having green colored eyes. So she says, "O love, be moderate. O love, please be in moderation. Allay thy ecstasy. Please reduce your excessive joy. In measure reign thy joy. Please shower your joy in moderation. Scant this excess. Please control or reduce this excess of joy. I feel too much thy blessing. I feel your blessing too much for myself. Make it less. Please reduce it. For fear I surfeit. For fear I should suffer from this excessive joy and happiness." Bassanio, he opens the lead casket and he says, "What find I here? What do I find here?" Opening the leaden casket, "Fair Portia's counterfeit? Well, I have found beautiful Portia's picture here. What demigod hath come so near creation? It appears that a half-divine person has created such a beautiful portrait which is so near the actual Portia. It resembles the actual Portia so much. Move these eyes." He looks at the eyes of Portia in the portrait and he feels that the eyes are moving. So he says, "Are these eyes moving? Or whether riding on the balls of mine seem they in motion? Or it is that they seem to be moving because my own eyeballs are in motion and they are looking at her, so I feel her eyes are moving. Here are her severed lips. Here are her parted lips." Severed means parted. "Parted with sugar breath." So her two lips are separated by a sweet breath. So sweet a bar. The breath, her sweet bar, is a very sweet barrier which should sunder, which should separate such sweet friends. Her sweet breath is a beautiful barrier between such sweet friends, that is her two lips. Here in her hairs the painter plays the spider. Then he looks at the beautiful hair of Portia painted in the portrait and says that the painter has worked while painting her hair, he has worked like a spider weaves its web, and hath woven a golden mesh, and the painter has beautifully woven a golden colored web. Why golden? Because Portia's hair is blonde. To entrap the hearts of men, in order to capture the hearts of young men faster than gnats in cobwebs. And her hair is able to trap the hearts of men faster than the cobweb catches the insects. But her eyes, how could he see to do them? Again he's talking about the eyes of Portia in the portrait. That how could the painter finish painting both the eyes? Having made one, methinks it should have power to steal both of his. He says that I feel, methinks means I think, that after the painter painted one eye of Portia, that one eye of Portia would have the power to steal both the eyes of the painter. Steal means to blind both the eyes of the painter and leave it unfurnished, and leave it without being provided with a companion, means without the painter being able to paint the second eye, the partner of the eye. Yet look how far the substance of my praise doth wrong this shadow. He says, but just see the extent of my words of praise for the the substance of my praise. The words of praise are doing wrong to this shadow. Shadow is the portrait. It is the shadow of Portia. So my words of praise are underpricing it. They are underestimating the beauty of Portia's portrait. So far this shadow, here shadow is the portrait of Portia, doth limp behind. Doth limp behind means the portrait is falling short of the substance. Substance here is original Portia. So the Portia's portrait is not as beautiful as the real Portia is. Just like my words of praise are not enough, they are not doing justice with the beauty of Portia's portrait. Here's the scroll. Then he moves on to the scroll that he finds inside the lead casket, and he says, let me read it. The continent and summary of my fortune. Now this scroll contains the content and the summary of my luck. He reads the words on the scroll. You that choose not by view, you who have chosen the lead casket not by looking at the outer appearance of the lead casket. Chance as fair. May you be lucky enough and choose as true, and may in future also you choose in the same way you have chosen the lead casket. Since this fortune falls on you, since this good luck has befallen you, be content, be satisfied, and seek no new, and don't look for any more good luck. If you be well pleased with this, if you are happy with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, and you feel that your luck has brought you happiness, turn you where your lady is. Turn in the direction where your lady is standing, and claim her with a loving kiss, and claim her to be yours by giving her a loving kiss. So he says, a gentle scroll, a beautiful scroll. Fair lady, by your leave. He turns to Portia and says, beautiful lady, by your permission, may I kiss you? Kissing her. I come by note, he says, I have come as I have been directed by the scroll, to give and to receive, to give a kiss to you and to receive a kiss to you. My condition is like one of two contending in a prize. My condition is like one of the two competitors who are competing to win a prize. And thinks he had done well in people's eyes. And I feel that I have done well, I have performed well in the estimation of the people. Hearing applause and universal shout. When I hear the shout of applause from everyone, giddy in spirit, I am feeling giddy with excitement, still gazing in doubt, and I am still looking around with doubt in my mind whether those peals of praise be his or no. Looking around in doubt whether the shouts of praise and applause are meant for him or not. So thrice fair lady, so 3 times beautiful lady, stand I even so. I am standing over here right now as doubtful, and I am in doubt whether what I see be true, whether what I am seeing is the reality, until confirmed, signed and ratified by you. Until it is confirmed and approved by you, I will remain standing over here in a doubt. Portia, you see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. She says, Lord Bassanio, you see me where I am standing, where I stand, such as I am. So you can see me as I am standing, the way I am. So what you see before you is a reality. As you see me standing before you is a reality. Though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish. She says, as far as I am concerned, I don't have any ambitions for myself. I have no wishes for myself. To wish myself much better. For myself, I don't want to be better than what I am. Yet for you, but for your sake, I would be treble 20 times myself. I wish to be 3 times 20 of what I am. 3 multiplied by 20 means 60 times of what I am. 1,000 times more fair. I want to be 1,000 times more beautiful. 10,000 times more rich. I want to be 10,000 times richer than I am right now. That only to stand high in your account. And that is why, because I want to have a worth high in your estimation. I want to have a good value in your estimation. I might be in virtues. I want to be good in your estimation, in my qualities, beauties in my beauty, livings in my possessions, friends exceed account. And I want to have many friends. Everything exceed account means excess of good qualities, beauty, possessions and friends. But the full sum of me, the total sum of myself is sum of something. The total of me is the total of something, which in term in gross means without making any deductions, that is myself in totality. I am an unlessoned girl, means I am unlessoned, inexperienced. Unschooled means I have not received any education. Unpracticed means I am untrained in everything. Happy in this, but I am happy. She is not yet so old that I am not so old, but she may learn. I am not so old that I cannot learn. Happier than this, I am still much more happier that she is not bred so dull, but she can learn. That I am not born, I have not been brought up in such a dull manner that I cannot learn new things. I can definitely learn. Happiest of all, and I am happiest of all that her gentle spirit, that my nature is gentle and commits itself, and I interest myself to yours to be directed, and my spirit interests itself to your spirit to be guided as from her Lord, to be guided as I will get guidance from her Lord, her governor, her king. You are my Lord, my governor, my king. So you give me directions. I am ready to learn. Myself and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. Till now whatever belonged to me, myself and all my possessions, now I transfer to you. They are to you converted, they are transferred to you. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion. Just a moment ago, I was the mistress of this beautiful palace, master of my servants. I was the master, I was the mistress over all my servants. Queen over myself. Here apostrophe is for the missing we. I was the queen, I was a mistress over myself. And even now, even at this moment, but now, this house, even at this moment, this house, these servants, and this same myself, this house, all my servants, and myself are yours, my Lord. They belong to you, my Lord. I give them with this ring. I give you all these along with this ring, which when you part from, if you part with this ring, if you lose it, or if you give it away to somebody, it will presage. It means it will be a sign, the ruin of your love. It will be a sign that your love for me is ended. And be my vantage to exclaim on you, and it will give me an opportunity to accuse you of ending my love for you, of ending your love for me. So I end over here. In my next video, I'll start with the line-wise paraphrasing from line number 175. Thank you. Hope you've understood it.